Hi, I'm Diane Marie Collins, and you have entered the DM Zone.
Today I have two special guests with me, James Burns, Executive Director of the Desert Caballeros Western Museum, and next to me is Bonnie Adams, Curator for the Kenneth M. Freeman Legacy. Welcome, both of you. Thank you. We are going to talk about the artist at work, Arizona's Centennial artist, Kenneth M. Freeman. This is an exhibit that's going to be happening during the Arizona Centennial period, but it begins when?
It begins in October of 2011, and it will close in early March of 2012.
Now, both of you have gone through this exhibit and picked out some of the pieces, haven't you? I'm going to start with James. Tell me your favorite piece that you found.
The favorite piece, I think, for me is Winning Combination. And Bonnie's been very generous in kind of helping me to decide which pieces to do.
There were a lot to choose from. Yeah. What is the lead piece? Have you figured out? Is it still Artist at Work?
It is actually called Hard Day's Night. That will be the lead piece, which was originally in the premier exhibition of Artists at Work.
And we're adding other things to this, though. This exhibit is an expanded Artist at Work exhibit, correct?
Yes, that's correct. We actually, Bonnie allowed us to choose pieces both from Artist at Work and from a portraiture exhibition of Ken's work. And so it's both of those and a recreation of his studio.
Wow, now that's exciting. Now that's a big challenge for the Desert Caballeros Western Museum, isn't it? Have you done that before?
We have not, to my knowledge, so we're looking forward to the challenge.
That's fun. And Bonnie, what is it making it so special for you that this is in Wickenburg?
Well, Wickenburg was very dear to Ken's heart, and he did a lot of paintings from this area. So Wickenburg is the place he was a cowboy as well as an artist.
So he took a lot of what you'd call dude trips and cattle drives, is that correct?
Oh yes, he worked the cattle drives. The only thing is he wouldn't sleep on the ground at night. But other than that, he was a cowboy. He was there every morning for chow.
Oh, that's fun. And did he choose some of his models from this area?
Yes. A lot of the rodeo models were from here, and some of the ranch hands too.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I know, James, you are familiar with Ken's work prior to coming to the Desert Caballeros Western. Tell me a little bit about that.
That's correct. I've been involved in Western art for a little over 10 years now, and I was most familiar with Ken's work mainly because of the number of images that were used on various rodeo posters around the state of Arizona, the Prescott Rodeo, the Parada del Sol in Scottsdale, and of course, you know, the thing that a lot of people know Ken as the Rembrandt of the rodeo, and so I did know him in that way, and also because I started my Western Museum career at the Booth Western Art Museum outside of Atlanta, and we were always very interested in bringing in his work. And
yes, that's a great heritage for you to start there and then move to here. This is fun being the executive director here at this museum. Is this a first time for you then?
It is, first time directorship, so I'm probably a little outside the norm these days. A lot of museum directors are coming from the business world. I actually came up through the curatorial ranks, and I've worked in museums for about 20 years now, art history and anthropology museums.
Well, I think seeing what we've seen today here and what you've been planning for Ken's exhibit in October, I think you've done an excellent job, and perhaps they'll change the norm then, that we will now start all of our directors coming from the curator side. It's a lot of knowledge you've brought to this. It's really great to see.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm excited about the exhibition.
That's great. So you have been visiting with James Burns and Bonnie Adams, and you are now leaving the DM Zone. Come back soon.